What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life, and on today's video, I'm going to show you why the 6.0 is one of the best gasoline engines ever built. It is a gas hog. That's definitely the biggest setback of this truck, is that this gas hog in 6.0 is a gas hog in 6.0. But other than that, it's a great truck, and on this short video, I'm going to explain to you guys why I buy 6.0. So when I lived in Alabama, I bought a 6.0, and that 6.0, I bought it in Florida, actually, before I moved to Alabama. I sold it in Alabama. And when I sold this thing in Alabama, it had 240,000 miles. And we were traveling back then like we are now. Never let me down. Back then, gas price wasn't a concern. So it wasn't like the end of the world because, because of the gas, mileage. And I was hauling a trailer. But the last year I've been in Florida, I've been doing most of YouTube. So I haven't been hauling a trailer like I used to. So I'll show you guys why I like this truck, and I am going to sell it because I'm not hauling. I'm using the GoPro mounts a lot, but I'm not using the trailer hitch anymore. But if you want to get your hands on a solid truck, man, I'm in Lehigh Acres, Florida, Fort Myers area. I do have 22s on it right now with some mud grips. Terra Hunter MT 33s by 12 and 22, so pretty good size setup. And these were like almost $5,000 with the little, you got the little spoke things on it. So it was like almost $5,000 for the wheels. And you guys know I ran a sound system, 2 amps. So that was like another $3,000. So I got $38,000 in it. But somebody gave me $30,000 cash, I'd sell it for $30,000. I would also trade it for a piece of land. But the piece of land, I got to run through my realtor on that. So, well, as you can see, this is the 6.0 engine. This thing's got 74,000 miles. There's a little bit of corrosion. Not sure why, because it's a Florida truck when I bought it. I guess it's just they don't make crap like they used to, pretty much. But this is the gas hog in 6.0, the best engine GMC's probably ever built. Long lasting. The last one I had, 240,000 miles, never let me down. At 220,000 miles, the radiator went out on the last one. Tensors and all that stuff there, you always got to change all that, spark plugs and all that. But they did the professional installation of the sound system. I didn't rig it up myself. I mean, they did a real professional installation on that. And you can see here, it's pretty much solid. There's a little bit of surface rust, but it's really not too much. It's more than a truck that's a 2012 should have. You see a little bit of surface rust, and a lot of it's exactly like the older one. I feel like the older one, now this one's hooked up to an Allison transmission. That's just a whole different ballgame when you talk about reliability. But the reason I bought this truck is just because of how reliable they are. And being a 2500, it's a suspension that's really reinforced. Everything down here, as you can see, there's a little bit of surface rust. It's not gone to crap, but it's not the way I think a 2012 should look like. It's not 4-wheel drive, but either way, I mean, it's a solid truck either way. I just feel like it does have the chrome step side thing, and it does have a Lear cover, which is incredible. The Lear cover is awesome because this thing, I don't think the guy that had this thing ever used it, pretty much. Let me open this up real quick. So there's the trunk. You can see it's wired up for a sound system, for a speaker in the back, but I always keep the sound system in the, I like to have it back here, but you can see the mounts there for it. It's wired up inside and out, but I like to keep it inside the truck because I don't want somebody to just come in here and take it. I'll put it back in here like when I'm gonna go ride. But it's got the Lear lid, which is really nice, man. It's white, color match. You can see my trailer hitch has probably never been used. So like the last 20,000 miles on this truck, that's just been city boy stuff, So there it is. You can pretty much say that the last 20,000 miles that I put on this truck have just been city boy stuff. So I got it with like 50 something. All right, bro. City boy stuff, basically. Driving around town looking pretty. But with the sound system and the wheels, I'd let it, and I have the stock wheels still, I'd let it go for $30,000. No less than that though. The interior on these trucks is really basic. For the most part, it's a simple, and that's the great thing about it. You know, like this one does have, the other one didn't have, the older one that I had didn't have that, but you can see I got all types of garbage in here, and I keep my sound system in there. It's just me in case, so the backseat's a mess. But they're not bad trucks, man. It does gas hog, and the newer ones have the brake, trailer brakes on it. Let's go for a little ride. With these mud grips, it rides pretty rough on roads, but once you get on stuff like this, it is so smooth. That's really what these types of tires are made for. But yeah, I mean, everything's like, you know, that's real metal. This is pretty solid. It's a pretty solidly built truck. You know what I mean? It's definitely a solid built truck. And the reason I buy the 6.0s is just because they're indestructible. I mean, the other one that I had, I used to go like, and it wasn't a 4x4, and I would get stuck all the time. I would just go through stuff like this and in the Everglades. And one time I actually drove the other one that I had. I drove through water so deep that the water came over the windshield, you know? And it cost $1,700 in repairs. I had to flush all the fluids and everything. Nothing luckily bad happened, but nonetheless, yeah, that's that. Never drive through water if it's not snorkeled or whatever. All right, so let's hop up in this thing. And as you can see, the interior is very simple. It is a very simple interior. It's got some luxuries, and it's very comfortable. I mean, this thing, I'll show you guys what it sounds like with the sound system. I'm gonna show y'all niggas how to get down in the parking lot. That's how we do it, nigga. Yep. I pull up in the parking lot. Everybody watching me in the parking lot. Wheels going chop chop through the parking lot. Hoes trying to stop and bob in the parking lot. The keys in the parking lot. The keys in the parking lot. Fuck the club, I do my thing in the parking lot. Do the thing and send that lean in the parking lot. Left and right is out, swing through the parking lot. The keys in the parking lot. Fresh about the beach in the shop. Pulling up about to shine at the hot spot. And it's ain't a no one nigga, cause my whip is hot. Them hoes love the pussy pop when the bass drum. I'm bumping through the parking lot. So yeah, it has that going for it. Good air conditioning. The interior stays nice and cool with this gray color. The cloth seats are a pain in the butt. They're beautiful, but man, you have to be so careful. Especially me, I'm out mudding and stuff and those types of stupid crap. But so I'm always dirty or working or whatever. You know, you have your controls here for your music, which I just realized and recently started using it. Normal GMC steering wheel. It's got 74,000 miles on it right now. 1,300 miles since I changed the oil. And it's getting 10 miles to the gallon. And that is horrendous. I mean, that's not hauling a trailer. That's just, you know, pretty boy. So, yeah. I mean, beautiful, beautiful truck. But with these gas prices, it just takes a little bit of life out of you. You got the tow mirrors. And these tires are really meant for driving over crap like this. This is really what these tires are made for. Try not to get it dirty. I just washed it, and I'm already driving through dirt. But yeah, there it is. Beautiful vehicle. It does have a little bit of, you know, not with these tires. You know, it does. They did raise the torsion bar a little bit to get them to fit. Get a few inches of clearance on the front. So it doesn't ride, you know, the turning radius is what really sucks about these trucks is the turning radius. The turning radius on these trucks is horrible. And that's really where this truck is like, okay, that's a problem, you know, the turning radius. And with these bigger wheels that rub even more. So it is definitely not a luxury vehicle. When it comes to turning, it's definitely not a sporty vehicle. It is, it's comfortable. It is a very comfortable truck. Lots of space. I mean, you're not going to be uncomfortable inside this truck. But what you will experience is no turning radius factory. And then you put some 22s with 33s on. And then you definitely don't have a turning radius. But there it is. Checking out from knee-high into Lehigh. And that is why I buy these trucks. They're absolutely reliable. They'll never let you down. They can haul up to 10,000 pounds. Came through that with a Camry. It never ceases to amaze me how many people will say, well, Jose, why would you buy a truck? It's a gas hog. I had a junk removal service. You can't really haul a trailer with a Camry, can you? No, you can't. But there it is. Checking out from Mihai and the Lehigh.